into it, sis. I'm about to tell y'all all my business. I might get a phone call after this story time. But I don't give a fuck. Okay, so hey y'all. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ty, and this is gonna be a story time. This is a story time about a side hoe, and she hit me up on Twitter to basically let me know that she was fucking my nigga. Girl, let's get into it. So the first thing we need to know are the three people in the video, which is myself, my ex, and a bitch. My ex, we just gonna refer to him as Lil Dirty. We gonna refer to him as Lil Dirty, and we gonna refer to her as Lil Weirdo. Lil Dirty and Lil Weirdo, them the two people that you need to know. So me and Lil Dirty, we are on the phone. Now this story, I have to take you back like 2 days before the situation happened so that you can know how everything kind of fell into place. So a couple days before the whole situation happens, me and my ex, Lil Dirty, are on FaceTime and, you know, just doing what couples do, just sitting on FaceTime. He was playing a game. I was, you know, just watching him. We really wasn't talking about, I mean, we was talking about something, but that part is important. Us being on FaceTime and him playing the game is an important part to this story. So we were on FaceTime, he's playing the game or whatever, and I decide to tweet, you know, when he went on FaceTime, but he got you watching him play his game all day, or something along those lines is what my tweet said. So that's what you know, remember that. Remember that little key part right there. Him and I on FaceTime, I made a tweet about, I never said his name, but I made a tweet saying when he got you on FaceTime, but you just watch him play a game or something like that. So anyway, fast forward to 2 days later, Lil Dirty calls me. And Lil Dirty is, you know, we're talking, I'm, you know, kicking it up. I'm thinking it's just a regular, you know, regular old day. And before he ends the conversation, he asked me if I had told anyone that him and I were on FaceTime, the day before, a couple days before. And so at that point, you know, this had happened a day, 2 days prior. So I'm not even thinking that I put something on Twitter. Plus, I never put his name in it. So that still never crossed my mind. So anyways, he asked me if I told anybody that we were on FaceTime, and I was like, no, why? And he just was like, oh, you know, no reason. He didn't really say anything. He's just like, oh, no reason, you know, whatever. So I drop it. We move on. We continue our conversation, whatever. The conversation ends. Okay, a couple hours later, I get a call from him again. And he's like, so you sure you didn't put nothing on Twitter about us being on FaceTime? So I'm like, what? Now, y'all, this is how I should have known that something was sketchy, because you was supposed to be my man, but you questioning me about what I put on Twitter. So immediately I get defensive. So I'm like, yeah, I did say something about us being on FaceTime on Twitter. I'm like, but I never put your name in it. I'm like, and why are you questioning me? Like, what's going on? What's tea? And he was like, oh, nothing. This girl that I used to talk to, like, she's still in love with me. Pause. Sis, if a nigga ever tells you that a girl is still in love with him, 9 times out of 10, he's fucking her still, and you need to run and you need to drop him, because it's about to be a whole bunch of bullshit coming your way, girl. Trust me, it's gonna be a whole bunch of bullshit coming your way if a nigga ever dropped that, this girl that really liked me won't let go, all that bullshit. No. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So anyways, he said, so yeah, he tells me that, you know, a girl that he used to talk to, or that liked him or whatever, was stalking me on Twitter and saw my tweet and pretty much pressed him about it. So I'm listening to him tell me, and I'm just like, this girl that you used to talk to, or that still likes you, is stalking me. But he boosted it up to where it just made it seem like, oh babe, you just the shit, like these bitches is just stalking you, like that type of thing, because I was his girl. So I'm like, okay, you know, I let the whole thing go. I kind of just like move past it. I don't really question, because in a relationship, especially in that relationship, at that particular point in our relationship, you gotta pick and choose your battles. So when he was saying this little sketch shit, in my head, I'm asking 1,000,001 questions, but on the outside, I'm just like, okay. So I let it go. So fast forward to later on that evening, him and I are still talking about it, and he keeps bringing up like the fact that this girl was stalking me on Twitter. So I decide to go on Twitter and I make a couple of subliminals basically about like having stalkers. And I'm like, I don't know who the girl is. He never tells me the girl's name. He never tells me anything about the girl. I never even asked anything about her because I didn't really care. But, you know, I go on Twitter and I'm just like, you know, little stupid shit. This was like 3 years ago. So I was real petty and real childish back then. Real petty and childish. So I'm on Twitter and I'm saying some little off the wall shit about me having some stalkers or whatever. You know, him and I laugh about it. I'm on the phone. He knows what I'm saying on Twitter. You know, I sent him, you know, everything that I'm saying. Because I don't think we followed each other on Twitter at that point. Because I used to block him a lot. So I think this was one of those times where he was blocked so he couldn't see my Twitter. Because I do remember screenshotting everything and sending it to him because he couldn't see it. So I want to say he was blocked at this point. So yeah, so he knows everything. We're laughing about the tweets or whatever. We hang up the phone. Conversation is done. Whole topic is done. Next morning, I wake up. It's 6 a.m. At that point, I was trying to do hair. So I had this girl who I had to meet to get her hair from her so I can make her a wig. So I was up really, really early because I had to meet her, get the hair, make the wig, style it, and all that before she got off work at 3 o'clock. So I knew that like my whole day was about to be, you know, spent dealing with this wig and shit. So I woke up early, like 6 a.m. I had to meet the girl before she went to work. So I wake up. First thing you do, of course, when you wake up is check your phone. And I look at my phone and I got mentions up the ass. I got about 4. I got mentions, like 4 mentions on my thing. And I'm like, the fuck? I don't recognize the screen name. I don't know the screen name. But just from me reading the responses, it clicked into my head who it was. So girl, I open up my Twitter app and I'm looking and I'm reading through these comments, and the side bitch done stalked me, seen my subs, and responded to every single sub that I said about her. She responded to every single tweet. It was like 3 or 4 of them hoes. And everything I said, she had a comeback for. I don't remember what she said, but she had a comeback for everything that I said. So before I even entertained the bitch, I go straight to my dude because I'm like, oh, this girl, she's bold. Like, clearly this ain't just no friend. Like, she got real feelings for you, or you done hyped her up to think that it was something more because this bitch done came at me on Twitter. She's stalking me. I don't know you, but you know me. You know enough about me to know my goddamn Twitter name. You know everything. You reading so deep into my tweets that you know that I'm on FaceTime with my nigga and you're pressing him about it. So, you know, so I sent everything to him. And this was strike 2. I should have ended the relationship. I should have ended this relationship so long ago, y'all, but I didn't. Even after this situation, I didn't. But we gonna get into that, girl. We gonna get into that. I got a lot of stupid stories to tell y'all, so stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. But yeah. So I sent the tweets to him, and I'm like, check this bitch before I check her. And of course, what do a nigga do when he caught up? Oh, no, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. No, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not about to go through that, man. Just don't even respond or whatever. Like, no, I'm like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with you. The bitch is mad because of you. Like, what do you mean? This don't got nothing to do with you. So he pissed me off. He was put on mute, and now I'm about to read this bitch. So me and the girl going back and forth on Twitter or whatever, and I'm just like, girl, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Why are you up at 6 o'clock in the morning stalking my shit? Like, that's the first thing you do when you wake up is get on Twitter and look at my shit? Really? You probably didn't even brush your fucking teeth yet, you old dirty ass bitch. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But anyway, so the girl's on Twitter 6 a.m. Scrolling, stalking, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. Scrolling, stalking, whatever. And, you know, like I said, she didn't respond to my tweets. Me and her going back and forth on Twitter. And baby girl is dropping all types of, I was with your man, and you all the way in LA, and I'm here, and it's this and it's that. Like, Sis knew my whole life story. Sis knew more about me than I knew about me at 6 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. So girl, the more she's just living. She's just tweeting me. Like, it was a point where I wasn't even responding. She just kept just sending the tweets, just sending tweets. So now me and him on the phone, and I'm cussing him the fuck out because I'm like, you need to check this bitch. You need the motherfucking checker. Check her. Check please. Check please. Okay? Check motherfucking please. Check this bitch. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna say something. So he hits the girl up, and I guess he tells her, you know, she needs to fall back or whatever. So then she tweets me again and says, oh, so you had to get him involved. You couldn't handle it yourself. You think he can make me leave you alone? I'm not gonna leave you alone. Like, the bitch was going, and she was so happy that I found out about her. But the thing is, like, she made herself look stupid because, again, you knew about me. You knew so much about me. I don't know your name, girl. I didn't know your Instagram name. I didn't know your Twitter name. I didn't know shit about you. But you knew everything about me. You knew who I was. You knew my Twitter. You knew everything, girl. And you was just stalking. So really, you made yourself look stupid. But whatever. So yeah, y'all, he finally checks her or whatever, and like I said, old girl was still talking. He can't make me stop. I'm still gonna see him when I get off work, and whoop. Like, she was a bold ass side chick. Like, girl, she made me think I was the side chick for a minute the way she was coming, because I'm like, girl, you telling me so much about him. I'm like, well, goddamn, like, well, shit, okay, you got it, sis. You got it. But another rule too, when you arguing with a bitch, don't ever let her see you sweat. She wasn't gonna know that I was bothered. She wasn't gonna know that I was cussing him the fuck out because I was really pissed about the shit she was saying. She wasn't gonna know that. I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna still read her. Okay, because that's what I did. Sat there and I read the little bitch to filth, and we was just going back and forth on Twitter, and I'm just reading until she finally stopped saying shit back. So, y'all, this story is so funny. I could actually make a part 2 to like what happened after this between me and him, but I think that's enough. So that was the time that the side bitch, him and I broke up. Well, we didn't break up, but I cussed him out and I blocked him. He was blocked for like 2 days, and then we was back cool, y'all. I was stupid, okay? I was stupid. I should have left, but I was stupid. And then, like I said, you know, y'all, I knew that we was in a long distance relationship, and I really knew that, like, there was only so much that I could control from being all the way in California and he's all the way in Tennessee. Like, it was one of those things where I'm just like, okay, you get a pass. Like, you get a pass. But girl, yeah. Alright, y'all, so I hope y'all enjoyed that story. If you want to hear more stories, go ahead and leave some comments in the description. In the description box. Leave some comments about if you want to hear more stories, or if you enjoyed this story. I'm a little bit nervous, so if I was like talking over myself, or I like repeating myself a lot, or I was like stuttering, just excuse that. It'll get better with time. I promise it'll get better with time. But yeah, so that was a story about the time the side bitch hit me up on Twitter and let her presence be known. Little weird bitch and little dirty. Little weird bitch and little dirty ran off in the sunset together, and they lived happily ever after. I'm just joking. little weirdo didn't get nowhere. Because as soon as I moved back to Nashville, little weirdo was nowhere to be found, and she was just mad and sad, and I was with him for a couple more, like a year after that, when I moved back to the city. But oh, y'all, I got so many stories about Lil Dirty. It's not even funny. I could tell y'all so many stories. So if y'all want to hear some more stories, like I said, go ahead and leave those comments down below. Again, I hope y'all really enjoyed it, and give me some feedback. Let me know what y'all think. In my next video, I promise is going to be a makeup tutorial. Yeah, y'all, that was that video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.